Hello folks, this is Audiotron 1003 and this time I'd like to create a video specifically for my small streetlight collection. Excuse me. I have 3 lit up tonight and I have another one hidden in a corner. So without further ado, I'd like to correct a couple of mistakes I made with an earlier video where I forgot the names of the lanterns, and also dedicate this more to the street lights and to the rest of the street collection. So first things first, this is a 135 watt GEC Z9554 street light. It's about 3 foot long, or about 90 centimeters. Now, it's actually glowing an orangey red, although, like I've said before, the digital photography makes it look white. The interesting thing about this is when it's warmed up, in reality, it doesn't go orangey yellow or amber. It tends to go a kind of a pale yellowy green. Now, the reason why is because the argon has escaped somehow, and the lamp isn't 100% fit. So because of that, it eventually turns a green color. Now, I'd like to mention a name in my video who's helped me out in my early days of this kind of hobby, and that's Mr. Mike Barford. Now, he has his own website, Streetlight Online, but he's also got a YouTube channel, so he shows his own stuff. But he was a great help to me a few years ago when I was learning about these various SOX lights. So this is the first one, and I always wanted one of these, and this is the epitome of street lights as I remember them as a child. Now later on I will switch the lights off and then show you what they look like without all this glare. Now if I go a bit closer, they start to flicker on photography, but at least you get an idea of the redness. Okay, now that mains hum is coming from the ballast, which I've had to put, I just move this out of the way, is down here. And this is the main light, the main power supply for everything. Now, I don't like it being there, but there's nowhere else for it to go. But since I don't actually switch these on anymore, I don't see any harm. Now, Mike, he actually helped me build this. I built it myself, but I sent him photographs and he verified I wired it up correctly. So this is the actual gear, the original gear from the 1970s for that very same lantern, and that's it buzzing nicely. This one here, that's more for a smaller Golden Ray 100, which is an Elico lantern, which I don't actually have in my room. It's in the roof. But I do, however, on the other hand, have a fiberglass canopied version, which is hidden away in here behind the Lego. This does work if I wanted to make it work, but I simply use it to stop all these Lego boxes from going into the corner. So it's being used as a spacer. And a few years ago, the council came along, the street lighting folks took down a load of these things, and because this was around the corner from where I lived, I asked if I could have it, and they gave it to me. So within 2 or 3 hours of me picking it up, I washed, cleaned and wired it up, and it does actually work, but I don't use it as a lamp. It's used more for a spacer. So that's what that is. Now, the next one is a Thorn Beta 2 55 watt side street lantern. This one originally had a SOX lamp in it, but I took it out. I wrote off to a company in Scotland whose name I've forgotten about at the moment, but I do know that the LED fittings are basically hidden behind two little tubes. So if I can take this off, it's a little bit difficult with one hand. I'll give you an idea. So that's what they look like. Oops, camera's slipping out my hand. So that's what that looks like. And basically all of the councils, authorities around the country, they retrofitted some of their old lanterns with this modern LED lighting. Now, I use this as a way of getting some pure white light, so when I'm building my Lego sets, I can actually use this lighting instead of the bedroom light, which is this. Now, it's absolutely useless for what I need when I'm building with my Lego sets, but this thing is perfect. It's 4,100 lumens of white light, which I use when I'm building Lego sets, or if I have to do something where I need extra light. So this is technically my main light. I shall put the bowl back once I've finished filming, because I can't hold a tablet and do that at the same time. Now, flickering in the background, as mentioned in an earlier video, is my Thorn Beta 5. Now, this one's glowing a kind of an amber orange, and there it is. Now, this thing lives above the door, and this is the door, so if I open it, so I can open and close it quite comfortably. It has one of those brackets in the background which I had specially made just for this, an AC forward bracket. Now this one also has one, but the tubing is a little bit longer, so if I switch these off and hopefully show you what they look like in normal situations. So if I switch them off like so, I'll just pause the video and fix that canopy. Okay, alright, I've managed to put the bowl back to the correct position. So this is what it looks like. So you can see the LED fittings in there. There we go. Now if I switch my bedroom light out, you won't be able to see much. So that's what that reflection is. Now all the LEDs are inside those two tubes, and for some reason the pin, which is on this side, there was one for this side, but I couldn't get it back in, so I've had to use a screw. And at the time I remember sending photographs of this to Mike Barford, and he noted that the pin isn't lost, it's somewhere inside there, and if I wanted to, I could retrofit the original fittings in there, because they're in the roof with spare lamps, and also my original Eleco GR100, which is an aluminium canopied version of the one I've got hidden in the corner. And this is the Thorn Beta 5 now at rest, so that's what that looks like. And also hidden in the semi-darkness is my 135 watt street light. Okay, so that's where they live. There is one more street light I do have, and that is an MI26. That's in the roof. That too works according to the manufacturer's specifications, but I don't have room in this room to have them all sort of bracketed and sticking out of little holes, because I want the space for other things, mainly for these. So this hobby with all these boxes and things, they've kind of taken over my world as such, which is why everything is built around them. Anyway, so this is just a small mini tour of a sub collection within my street furniture and street lighting. So thank you for watching. Bye.